Ooh, that's dark. Perfect. I wanted to upload a video. Maybe we can do like a scary Friday. I don't want to say Freaky Friday because that's overdone. But maybe like a Ghost Friday kind of thing. Yeah. We could tell our scariest stories, you know, from our childhood or from our upbringing or from what we heard from a friend or whatever the case may be. But I wanted to tell you guys this one about when I was, I'm gonna call it the meat man. And it was a very short experience, but what happened the day after was scary. Okay, a disclaimer. All right. I, in high school, well, ever, I've never done any like hardcore drugs. The only thing I ever did was really smoke weed and alcohol. And it was always that crappy weed, you know, so there wasn't really anything that would cause hallucinations or anything like that. Also part of the disclaimer. I've been tested. There's really, other than my ADD, there's really nothing, pardon me, there's really nothing else going on up here that would really cause hallucinations. I do have a decent, an okay connection with the other side, and I always have, okay? So I guess you could call me sensitive to the other side. I'm so sensitive. But I wanted to tell you about this one occurrence, okay? So here we go. It was when everybody was really just getting onto AOL, okay? It was mid-90s. Well, at least my family was just using AOL. It was mid to late 90s, maybe 95, 94, somewhere around there. And I had just finished like chatting with some friends on AOL like 2.0, and I turned my computer screen off, and behind me, in the reflection of the computer screen, I see this man standing behind me, but his face is completely distorted. Now, mind you, I have the light on in my room, okay? His face was completely distorted. It looked like it was just made out of torn meat. That's what it looked like. Creepy. I saw it in the reflection in my computer, and I go, holy shit. This guy must have been maybe, I don't know, close to 6 feet tall. So I turn around and I look at him. And of course he's gone, right? Okay. So I was like, oh shit, I'm surprised I slept that night. But I guess it was like, oh, I was just seeing things. I'm just gonna, you know, not worry about it. So I go to sleep and I wake up the next day, get ready for school. And don't really notice too much at my house. But as soon as I go to school, I'm about 9th grade, right? As soon as I get into school, I notice everybody has no skin. I'm not messing with you. Nobody has any skin. I see everybody is just muscle. And I'm like, you know, like rubbing my eyes. I'm like, what is wrong with me? I got enough sleep. I ate, you know, like regular breakfast. I didn't have like an excess amount of sugar, like, or an excess amount of caffeine. Like, what's the deal? Why am I seeing this creepy shit? And I even told people, so everywhere I look, I'm seeing people and there's no skin, no clothes, just muscle and blood and bones walking all around like some kind of horror movie. And when they touch something, they leave a blood stain on whatever they touch. So imagine that you're seeing this whole crowd, this whole high school full of people, teachers, students, everybody is just completely just blood and muscle, like something out of the Hellraiser movies. And no, I had not seen the Hellraiser movies at that moment in time. I saw those way later. But everything they touch, there's a blood stain. You know, they're very slimy, you know, and like wet looking, you know, shiny. And I even told people, I was like, dude, if you saw what I'm seeing right now, it's the freakiest thing. And I even touched people. I touched their face, and it felt slimy and wet. And they're like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know, but this is some creepy shit, man, they're like, maybe you should go home and go to bed, get some rest. And I'm like, I don't know. What am I going to, you know, oh yeah, I need to go home because I'm seeing like people without their skin. But, you know, so I went throughout the whole day with seeing people that way. And it wasn't until I got home, back at my house, my parents looked normal, everybody else looked normal. As soon as I got back home, I woke up the next day, everything was fine. But it wasn't until I saw that man, which now, the best I can describe is actually, it wasn't so much like meat, but it looked like burns. Okay? It looked like his skin was just completely just burned off, but it was, there wasn't burns like a soot. It was just like melted almost, like Freddy Krueger sort of kind of, but just falling off, like falling off the bone. Okay? My camera keeps getting blurry. But yeah, so for a whole like 8 hours, that's how I saw people. And I wasn't on any medication. There was nothing that I was taking. There was nothing that I was doing. Nothing, excuse me, nothing that would make me hallucinate. You know? So that's probably the creepiest thing I think I ever saw, because it was for such a long period of time, you know? And I swear to God, guys, I did not have any mind-altering substances in my body, you know? I don't know if by some chance maybe that DMT chemical or some kind of chemical might have been altered in my brain for that small moment of or time period. I know that barometric pressure can do a lot to you. Like there was an instance recently where I started seeing pinwheels, but it was actually the barometric pressure in my eyes, in the sphenoid bone back here and all of this, that altered my vision and made me see pinwheels, like little spinning pinwheels. But that's from the pressure. So maybe something like that happened, but I just remember it as seeing a whole bunch of people walking around without their skin, talking to me like normal. No, imagine no eyelids, like their eyes are just bulging out, and they don't blink, you know, and when they do blink, you can't see it. I don't know, it was a very, like, I was observing every single detail, but it was very freaky. So I just wanted to tell that story. Maybe we'll do one every Friday. Got a lot of stories. But yeah, if it would be cool if you guys left, like, what was the scariest thing you ever saw in your entire existence that still freaks you out to this day. So that's it. So we'll talk to you later.